I still remember the day her voice cracked through the crowd. "Please, Jonathan, forgive me." She was standing there barefoot on hot concrete, a worn-out scarf wrapped around her head, tears cutting lines through the dust on her face. And me, I was stepping out of a black SUV, polished shoes, navy suit, CEO badge on my chest. Cameras clicked. People clapped. But my eyes locked on hers. The same woman who threw me out like I was nothing the day she hit a jackpot. "Let me take you back." We used to live in a one-room flat above a mechanic shop in South Houston. The place smelled like grease and burnt toast. I had a degree in finance but no job. Ended up guarding the night shift at a cereal warehouse. My wife Tamara always smiled through the struggle. She'd kiss my forehead and pack my lunch in a Tupperware, whispering, "Baby, we're gonna rise one day." She believed in me until she didn't. One afternoon, I gave her my last $40. "Buy some rice, maybe a little sausage," I told her. She nodded, but later that day, our neighbor dragged her to a betting kiosk. "Girl, they're running a promo." "Try your luck," he said. And she did. By sundown, her face was on every TV screen. Breaking local woman wins. $10 million lottery jackpot. The street outside our building turned into a party. Fireworks, reporters, strangers hugging her. I ran home, my heart full, thinking we'd finally made it together. But when I got there, 2 Escalades were parked out front. A man in a suit handed her house keys. She stepped out in heels and a designer dress. She looked me dead in the eye, handed me a trash bag and said, "You're not part of this chapter, Jordan. We're on different levels now." That bag had all I owned, some clothes, my old belt, and a notebook full of startup ideas no one cared about. She slammed the door. Neighbors whispered. The rain started to fall. I stood there, soaked, heart splintered, while she laughed inside with her new friends. I could have gone to a buddy's couch or back to the warehouse to beg for a shift, but I didn't. I walked to the place I swore I'd never return my father's estate. Marshall Grant, the man behind Grant Industries, a multi-billion-dollar tech empire. A man I abandoned years ago because he didn't approve of Tamara. I thought love was enough. That night I rang the gate bell. His security guy, old Benjamin, gasped when he saw me. "Mr. Jordan," he asked. My dad opened the front door himself. He looked thinner, older, but when he saw me, he didn't hesitate. He hugged me like nothing had ever broken us. Over dinner, he revealed the storm he was in. One of my own stole our idea for a digital marketplace and sold it to our biggest competitor, Stratton Corp, he said. We lost investors, stock plummeted. And I trusted the wrong man. Who, I asked. Blake, he replied, his deputy, his right hand. The guy I remembered calling me kiddo and sneaking me ice cream at board meetings. I said, "Let me help." Dad pulled out a dusty file from the study. "Then you're not just my son anymore. You're my soldier now." The next night, I met with an old family ally, Detective Rains, retired NYPD cybercrimes. We pieced together digital breadcrumbs, emails, call logs, security camera feeds. It all pointed to Blake funneling intel to Stratton's CEO in exchange for a stake in the new platform. We planned a sting and ambush at an old storage facility. I brought the file. Rains brought a hidden mic. But Blake brought backup. He walked in smirking, flanked by hired muscle. "Didn't expect the failure son to grow a spine," he sneered. "You stole from the man who fed you," I said. He laughed. "Your dad fed me scraps." Stratton gave me the whole table. Before we could reply, the thugs moved in. Guns. Threats. Rains pulled a metal rod from his coat and knocked one guy out cold. I grabbed the file and ran. He shouted, "Go," as they closed in on him. I don't know how I made it out alive. I ran through alleys, ducked under fences, heart-racing files, soaked with sweat. All I knew was I had to protect my father's legacy. The next morning, our house was swarming with police. Rains had uploaded backup files to the cloud before the ambush. Blake was arrested. Stratton's CEO faced federal charges. Every stolen document was traced back to their scheme. At the press conference, I stood next to my father as the state attorney declared, "Justice has been served." Dad turned to me and said, "You didn't just save the company, Jordan. You became the man I always hoped you'd be." Days later, I was officially announced as the new CEO of Grant Industries. Media went wild. Investors came back. And me, I was now worth over $900 million on paper. But the twist, the same day of my announcement, she showed up. Tamara. Tattered dress, red eyes, clutching a plastic bag. Her $10 million had vanished, lost to gambling, fake friends, and get-rich scams. Her mansion foreclosed. Her pride burned to ashes. She dropped to her knees in front of the gates. "Jordan, I was wrong. Please don't leave me like this." Security moved to push her back, but I stepped out of the car. Silence fell. "I forgave you long ago," I said. "But forgiveness doesn't mean going back." She cried harder. "I lost everything." I nodded. "And now you'll work for what's left. Starting tomorrow, you'll clean these halls, not because I hate you, but because you need to remember what pride cost you." People gasped. Some pitied her. Some applauded me. And she whispered, "Thank you," through the tears. Now, every morning, she mops the floor outside the boardroom. She never looks up when I pass, but I do. I see her, not with hatred, but with the kind of ache only betrayal can leave behind. And beside me now, Gabriella, my head of finance, the woman who helped me rebuild. The woman Tamara once mocked for wearing thrift store shoes. Last weekend I proposed to her. She said yes. We're building a new chapter, one forged in scars, grit, and the kind of love that doesn't run when money shows up. So tell me, what would you have done? Would you have forgiven her? Do people like Tamara deserve second chances or second lessons? Comment below. Let the world know what you believe is justice. And if you felt that fire in your chest while listening, share this story. Like this video and subscribe for more tales of resilience, revenge, and redemption.